people are bailing the first month because they're like, whoa, I can't do this. $100 for, and I'll even give you some metrics. I've been a member either 4 or 5 months. So I'm either at $400 or $500. I don't remember. I have pulled 7 things out of the group that have made me in excess of $500. So right now the group is free. That's how I look at it from a opportunity cost basis versus, well, I didn't spend all this money and I don't have my million yet. Because I'm operating from truth. I'm operating from reality. And until you solve those 2 things of, it's all a scam, or, well, if I get something, it must be affordable. It must be reasonable. It must be quick. Success does not work like that. Doesn't. Just doesn't. We have a very interesting paradox. A lot of stuff happened last week. But in this video, I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you are not successful making money online. Yes, 2, and they're huge. Unless you get past these 2 reasons, you are never, ever going to make significant money online. Never going to happen. Like I said, if you continue to dwell in that space of having these outlandish expectations, and to be clear, it is an outlandish expectation to think that you're going to become a millionaire from spending a little bit of time, spending a little bit of money, a little bit of time. For you to become a millionaire, you're going to do 1 of 2 things. You're going to spend a lot of money, or you're going to spend a crazy amount of time. Crazy amount. It can be done, but there's certain things you're just going to forget, like hanging out, having a family. Yeah, I said that. Certain things are just not going to happen for everybody. Yeah, very interesting stuff, right? Now, I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I've been getting a lot of damn requests like, hey, would you invest in this company? Would you invest in that company? And hey, I only need this. I don't even know you from Boo Boo the Fool, but I have a lot of people asking me for money. And I know why. And it was a calculated risk. I knew it could happen because for many years, I just really didn't put myself out there. I just put, hey, this is Glendon Cameron, founder of HustlersKungFu.com. Check it out. The first few links under the video, you have free 19 courses. Free 19 courses about business, life, improving your credit, handling your child support, even how to have a better relationship. Now, how does all of this tie in together? As an entrepreneur, all of these things can and usually touch upon your life. So this is a resource for you to manage all of those things to make your business game stronger. Now, once again, it's going to be one of the first links under the video. Also, if you like the content of this video, if you like the content of the channel, if you like what you're getting out of these courses, I ask you to do 2 things. Recommend 2 people to the channel and pay what you want. Links below. You can pay anywhere. You can pay $1. You can pay $1,000. You can pay 10 grand. Whatever you want, you can pay it. So with that, let's get into the video. Content out there, put the courses out there. Now we're in the new thing where people are in a very touchy place. It's tricky. You want to make a lot of money online, but you believe of most of the stuff that you see online is a scam. It's like, well, this guy's just trying to get my money. He's not out trying to help me. Question: when you go to your job and someone said, hey, I want you to help me first before I pay you, you would be like, are you out of your damn mind? I came here to get paid. That's why I got this job I can't stand. But for some reason, people think those same metrics don't apply online. Like online, it's like Harry Potter's world or, you know, the Magic Kingdom or something. Essentially, if someone's offering you something, they want something. That's normal, that's real, that's life. But if you think this stuff is a scam, number one reason that most people will not make significant money online is everything's a scam. If this guy's doing this, and let's be clear, there's a lot of scams out there. I see stuff every day. I see people saying calling up business owners is easy. I had a full-time job calling up decision makers. It's a very hard thing to do. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of skill. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, that's not true. But with the way that people are, going to that second thing, first of all, reason number one, you're not gonna make a lot of money online is you think everything's a scam. So from a context of you think most stuff's online is a scam, part of you don't want to be part of that because you think it's bad. So you're going out there, this is a scam, this is a scam. There are people who have devoted whole websites to busting scams and not making money, which is kind of strange. Then the other part is, reason number two, anything that helps you, it must be affordable. It must be reasonably priced. Now, once again, when you go to buy a diamond for your future wife, or you go out, if you're a lady and you're buying diamond stud earrings, you're looking for real shit. Unless you're that kind of person that rocks fake shit, and there's a lot of people that rock fake stuff. But if you're a person who values authenticity, you're not looking for affordable. You're looking for real. You're looking for something special. You're looking for something with a high degree of clarity. Now, I'll go ahead and say Asians. Asians as a group don't buy knockoff shit. They just don't. Asians, people in France, a lot of immigrants, as a rule. Now, there are people who are Asian and people from France who buy knockoffs. But as a rule, most of the time, they like their stuff authentic. I've dealt with a lot of Asian customers. I know what I'm talking about. But you cannot have this context of something being affordable. It's going to make you a lot of money. How does that work? And, you know, it's those two reasons that keep people poor, keep people in the position of perpetual stasis. Just your pause button is always on. You got to get out of your feelings. You got to get out of your feelings, and you have got to start looking at this objectively. I'll take my course, 30 days to $2,500, right? It's free. You can get it. I'm not going to charge. You can go ahead and get it. Now, the issue that most people have is it's hard. It's very, very hard to complete all of the tasks in 30 days. Very few people can do it. That's reason number one. Reason number two, there's a lot of things in 30 days to $2,500 that pull you out of your comfort zone. Hard, out of your comfort zone. You must be self-motivated. There's no one like, yeah, do module 2, yeah, do day 3. No, you gotta do that on your own. So it's hard. You're out of your comfort zone. You must self-motivate, self-regulate, put yourself on the schedule, and then go out there and talk to strangers and make some money. That is the reason that a lot of people fail that course or don't get max benefit because. Now, let's go ahead to, we'll just say a website that's super slick. The owner is just like, hey, in 6 months, I made $100,000 from nothing. You can Google the person online, can't find shit out about him. Shit sold like hotcakes. Sold like hotcakes on the cold morning with warm maple syrup. People are like, oh, give me seconds, give me thirds. Because people are looking for easy, affordable. Fuck effective. Fuck effective. That's just not, it's just not in the mix. So if you don't get past these two reasons, number one, everything on the internet is not a scam. I understand there are a lot of scams. I cannot marginalize that and say that's not true. There are a lot of scams. But number two, if you keep having a mindset that perpetuate the scams, because this is the thing. If you were operating from a real position, you couldn't get scammed. If you asked yourself, hey, because I've always asked a lot of money for my courses, a lot of money. The free thing is in the long-term experiment. I like the results, so I'm going to keep doing it. But I've always asked a lot of money for my courses, and I've always asked a lot of money for my time, and that's going up. Because the way that your mind is geared, if it's cheap, if it's fast, if it's affordable, it's not effective. That's the way your mind is geared. You may have not even connected these dots together the way that I just connected them for you, but you're looking at this stuff because you're looking for something. I got people who've been on the email list for years. I got people who've been subscribed to the channel for years who have never pulled the trigger because they're looking for something, and that something that you're looking for is a guarantee, which does not factor into outstanding, extracurricular, extraordinary, out of this world success. No one can guarantee you that level of success. I don't put that out there. I was like, look, if you do the work, you'll be successful. I can guarantee you, if you do the work, you will be successful to a degree. And the reason I can say that is I know my shit works. But once again, there's some qualifiers. To a degree. You might be a shitbird. You may have a poor work ethic. You might be stupid. I don't know how 1 + 1 is, I think it's 2. It happens. So that's part of it. If you want to make money online, you've got to get your mind right. Number one, you got to operate from a position of honesty and truth. If you're out there making $9.50 an hour, how in the hell are you going to make $100,000 an hour unless you radically transform yourself and radically increase your skill sets? It makes sense, right? Right. Now, I frequently say it's going to be a 6-month to 2-year journey from time that you start, from the time that you get serious about this, for you to have an online business that can support you. 6 months to 2 years or longer. That's the reality. And I say that and people are like, oh, no, that's too long, it's too expensive. But you've bought maybe 15, 20 courses at the $39.99 or the $47 or the $97, and you're still in the same place. At some point, you're gonna have to stop looking for that quick and easy high. And you're just gonna have to say, you know what? Success takes time. Success takes effort. And I'm gonna have to pick some, I'm gonna have to stick to it, and I'm gonna have to keep doing it until I get measurable results. That's it. That's it. As long as you keep thinking that you can get success easy, efficient, quick, and affordable, you will be forever chasing these scams. You'll forever be on Scam Alert or Scam Busters or a contributor of all these threads of, yes, it's a scam. I don't go out, and when I see someone that I know is not being honest, I don't go out and create a page, and I don't create a website, and I don't do call out videos, because honestly, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I know that sounds harsh, but I really don't, because I think the onus is on you to do your due diligence, to understand where you are, to understand that more than likely the best that's ever going to be for you is a good side business, that you are not built for entrepreneurship, that you're not rough enough, that you're not rugged enough to be a full-fledged entrepreneur. You just don't have what it takes. But you could build over a period of years a side business that makes 100 grand, or you build a side business that makes 150, 200,000 a year. Over a period of years, you could scale something like that up while you keep your day job and add more money to your family's income and actually create a better future for yourself and your family. I honestly think after just talking to people, literally getting on the phone and talking to people and hearing how the expectations are so radically far or disconnected from reality, It's crazy. This is I'm telling it to you from someone who has started 12 15 businesses, but I will not forget the first 5 failed. They failed because I didn't know what I was doing. They failed because I was trying to figure it out. They failed because I had some crazy expectations, and I just stuck with it longer than the average person. And then business number 6 made money. Business number 7 made money. Business number 8, I believe that was 8. The storage auction business was either 8 or 9. I'm not sure. And then the storage auction business made money. Then the storage auction business made money. The publishing company made money. The YouTube channel made money. The consulting business made money. Everything after those 5 businesses that failed has made money. And the only reason that they have made money is I have stuck with them until I got to a point where it was like, okay, this is working. I didn't give up. But also, I was grounded in reality. After those first 5 businesses, I realized that a lot of the stuff, and this was way back when you would get Entrepreneur Magazine or Success Magazine in the grocery store, and you will order one of these little bullshit courses or things for the $39.99 out the back of the magazine, and you would get it and you would see it was nothing but bullshit. Nothing but bullshit. And I spent a lot of money on that stuff. But I never gave up because I feel that spending the money on that bullshit was worth the money because it gave me an education in reality. You're not going to buy a course and this time next year be making $1 million unless you spin a grip. Because one of the things that happens when people buy these upper level courses is they get affiliated. And what I mean is they become connected to some high level people. Let's just say one of my favorite people, Marie Folio, she has a high-end coaching program. I believe it's 25 grand. Now, once you take that course, not only did you take that course, you are in Marie's inner circle. You're one of her peeps. You probably get it. You know, I'm not one. I didn't take the course, but I'm going to assume the way that Marie operates. And like I said, I respect her, I appreciate her, and I like how she does business. I think you're going to get invited to events. You're going to get special perks. You're going to get introduced to people you never ever would have met. So you're paying for her time, but really the connection to the inner circle is worth the money all by itself, whether she talked to you anymore or not. Because that's what you're paying for, because you're making those connections. It's like, oh, I took Marie's special coaching. Oh, really? Well, hey, meet Ed, meet Julie, meet Barbara. All of a sudden, you're in this circle that you can't get to. And nobody who has that kind of circle where you can talk to this person and immediately get on their list and make 100 grand. Nobody's giving that away for free, nor should they. Why would they? It's like, hey, well, yeah, just come on in and I'm going to let you use my list. Oh, no, I'm not going to charge you. I'm just going to be your best friend, your best pal. Oh, yeah, I'll let everyone do that. Because see, what would happen if a person was doing that and they were not vetting the people that they sent out on their list would just like, boom, get smaller and smaller from all the bullshit offers. So be careful and be real and be honest with yourself. Do you really want an online business, or are you just trying to escape broke? There is a huge differential in those two things. If you, and I'm going to give you a litmus test. If you working for yourself meant that from now on, forever and ever, say there was this big universal wish genie. Yeah, the universal genie, and the genie said, I can give you this wish that, but you'll be self-employed, but you can only make $45,000 a year, but you'll have total control of your life. You'll have total freedom, and it's yours. And if you pause, you are not cut out to be an entrepreneur, because you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you pause, if you're like, oh, fuck that, you don't have it. Because what entrepreneurs are doing is to be better than they were the day before, to build something that didn't exist, to take on impossible odds. That's not you, boo. It's just not you. Now, if you answer that, that's just not your thing, be honest about that. Be real about that, because there's nothing wrong with having a good side business. There's nothing wrong with understanding that you are not psychologically orientated to be an entrepreneur. That's nothing wrong with that. But once again, this is coming from me talking to you, getting on the phone, talking to people, asking a lot of intimate questions, and just understanding how afraid people are, how scared people are to take that risk that is necessary for you to achieve outstanding rewards. There is no such thing as low risk and high reward. High risk, high reward. Higher risk, higher reward. High risk, higher failure. Higher risk, higher failure. That's how the game is played. So if you're not taking big bets, don't expect to get the big payout. It makes no sense. So if you're going to buy a $25 course, or you're going to buy a $39 course, or they're going to help you, but they're going to keep you at maybe 50 to 100 grand. That's where you're going to stay with that kind of activity. How do I know I've taken these courses? That's where you're going to stay. So when you start scaling up, and if it's a good course, not a bullshit course, and you spend $2,000, then that's $500,000. That's going to get you to the $500,000 level if you apply the stuff. And then when you start spending 10, 15, 25,000, 50,000, that's going to get you into the 7-figure club, not just because you spent the money, but because of the affiliation. Because if someone who's like Jay Abraham, I don't know if he still does it, it's 25,000, maybe 50 grand, something like that. You're in Jay Abraham's inner circle, and if you're a good student, he's going to connect you with other people. So everyone on that level is like making 7-8 figures. That's how you're going to get connected. That's kind of like a buy up. You buy in, you perform, you ingratiate yourself, and then you're exposed to all these things that you just can't get exposed to on the $39.99 level, the $50 level, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I'm a member of a mastermind group, and it's $100, and every month I see the churn. Sometimes it'll get up to 1,800 members, but always when it's time to pay those bills, you'll see it come. It'll drop 300 people. It'll go up, it'll drop back to 15. I see this every month. It's $100 a month, and people are bailing the first month because they're like, whoa, I can't do this. $100 for, and I'll even give you some metrics. I've been a member either 4 or 5 months. So I'm either at $400 or $500. I don't remember. I have pulled 7 things out of the group that have made me in excess of $500. So right now the group is free. That's how I look at it from a opportunity cost basis versus, well, I didn't spend all this money and I don't have my million yet. Because I'm operating from truth. I'm operating from reality. And until you solve those two things of, it's all a scam, or, well, if I get something, it must be affordable, it must be reasonable, it must be quick. Success does not work like that. Just doesn't. Let that shit go. Because, hold on, I'll be right back. Like I said, if you continue to dwell in that space of having these outlandish expectations, and to be clear, it is an outlandish expectation to think that you're going to become a millionaire from spending a little bit of time, spending a little bit of money, a little bit of time. For you to become a millionaire, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to spend a lot of money, or you're going to spend a crazy amount of time. Crazy amount. It can be done, but there's certain things you're just going to forget, like hanging out, having a family. Yeah, I said that. Certain things are just not going to happen for everybody who are on that path. But if you continue to stay in that space of low expectation, all your trees are going to bear low results. And one of the things, and like I said before, there are a lot of scams out there, but if you're operating from reality, if you're operating from truth, if you understand the principle, you don't know what you don't know, that is a big thing that is killing people. Many folks don't know what they don't know, and they're not really interested in learning. there are methodologies and things that you can make a lot of money online if you're affiliated, if you're partnered up with the right people and they trust you. It's out there. Amy Porterfield, she's gone on record several times. She is very careful with affiliates because she's like, I don't know them and they don't know me. She's very careful with her reputation, and I know exactly why, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens with affiliates. One of the reasons, going back maybe a year, 2 years ago, people wanted me to come on shows, and the shows were reseller-centric shows, and I made a decision 2 years ago. I'm out. I'm never going to buy storage units again. I'm never going to do this stuff. I'm never going to do Amazon again. I'm never going to do eBay again. There is no point for me to keep dwelling in this space, because I'm saying, hey, I'm not going to do this. Then I keep showing up at these spaces and people are like, well, he said he's not doing it, but he keeps hanging out here. That makes no sense. That's like being on the corner at 1 a.m. Friday night with a bunch of hoes and being mad that someone comes up and say, how much, baby? And people do that shit all the time. It's like, well, yeah, just because I'm out here by the hoes, and just because I got on this micro mini dress, and because my titties are all out, and I got my hair teased up and all this makeup, and I like got 105 condoms, that does not make me a hoe. It does not. Respect me. I mean, it's foolish, but people do that. People do that. So that's all I got for you. Just make sure that you start working on those 2 reasons that will keep you from really achieving any kind of success in any area in your life. Now, also, once again, if you like the content of this channel, and you should, if you like the free courses, and you should, and if you just feel that you're getting great value out of this, recommend all of the above, the channel, the free courses, to 2 friends. And if you're getting value, I ask that you pay what you want. It's very simple now. It's just a blank page, and you can put anything in there from $5 up to 10 grand or 100 grand or whatever you want to do. So it is truly pay what you want. PayPal has this new feature where you don't have to have all of this. You don't have to have these levels. Now it can be truly whatever you feel like giving, and I think that's really cool. So now, if you want to know more, when you get the free courses, there'll be some emails coming to you about HustlersKungFuDojo.com. All right, this is Glendon. I'll see you in the next video.